Okay, so this is going to be the melting point test for the classification of substances. So the first one we'll look at is sodium carbonate. So that's in this test tube here. So this is the sodium carbonate, and we're just going to heat it for about 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll observe, and we can see that this is still in powder form. So we'd say that would have a high melting point. It is kind of stuck to the test tube, but that hasn't melted. So the second one is the salicylic acid, which is in here. So this is the salicylic acid. So we'll put that one over the flame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we can see that that one actually does melt. So that's melted. And we could actually see some fumes coming off. So that one would have a low melting point. Next we'll do the calcium chloride. Calcium chloride. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That one hasn't melted. It's still in its granule form. So that one has a higher melting point. The next one is the silicon dioxide, or the sand. And I'll tell you right now, I mean, you've been at the beach on a hot day. The sand isn't going to melt anytime soon, but we'll test it just in case. Yep, so that sand, not only has it not stuck to the side of the test tube, it's still exactly the same. So that would have a very high melting point. Some of the other ones with a high melting point, they got stuck to the side of the tube. Silicon dioxide, potassium chloride is next. So this is the potassium chloride. So that one has a high melting point. Just 1 second. Almost finished. And the last one is sucrose. We'll use that one for about 5 seconds. See, something looks like it's changing a bit. I can see some fumes coming off. Yep. Look at that. It's a brown, sticky liquid. So very indicative there. So that's what most sugars will do, most carbohydrates. So yeah, sucrose. You can see those fumes in there as well. Sucrose definitely has a lower melting point. So just to summarize, the two with the lower melting points were the salicylic acid and the sucrose. The rest had higher melting points, but even then they could be distinguishable based on whether they stuck or didn't stick.